Hey guys, what's up? My name is Thomas Mark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about which VPN providers are actually 100% trustworthy. Let's talk about that. So guys, first of all, I do want to discuss that I don't think any VPN or any company in the world is 100% trustworthy. But in this video, we're going to be talking about how can you pick a VPN that is close to 100% or as close to being very trustworthy or perfectly trustworthy as possible. We're going to be talking about what key things you should be looking for in order to trust the VPN you want to buy. Number one, guys, is a transparent company. You should pick a VPN that is very transparent, and there are multiple ways to be transparent. One of the ways to be transparent is just about in terms of the product itself. Is your VPN company having a transparent product? Is the pricing easy to understand? Is there any stuff like fake contact clock timers, weird sales that don't really make sense, confusing refund policies or auto renewal kind of penalties? These are all kind of things that make a product less transparent and I think are important to being a transparent company overall. But there are also other things too, like roadmaps. Do you know what the VPN's doing? Do you know what they're planning for the future? These kind of things can give you the ability to understand, what you're purchasing and what features are going to be coming. That's important as well. But we can also talk about trust in terms of transparency. Does the VPN have any past history of having any security vulnerabilities? At the end of the day, most security products do have vulnerabilities at some point or another, but the important thing is that the VPN notifies you in a timely manner. Has there been some kind of breach or hack? Did the VPN kind of try to cover it up, or did they tell you in a timely manner? That's very important. Most of the time, you can look up your VPN and look up the keyword hack or something like that, and find information about that with your chosen VPN you're looking into. Another one of the most important things I think about transparency in terms of how you're trusting the VPN company is, does your company try to hide ownership or employees? Is it using an offshore location? Sometimes this can be concerning, but if the company is upfront enough about who owns the company, this shouldn't be an issue. So generally, I like to look for companies that have some list of employees on their website or some way to easily look up employees about the company. And if you can find who owns the company, generally this is a good sign. If you can't find who owns the company, or there's been any history of obfuscation of them trying to hide who owns the company, that's definitely a little bit concerning as well. One of the key metrics you should look for when trusting a VPN company is not only just how it is transparent with you as a customer in terms of the product and its reputation, but you also have to consider, how it interacts with the VPN kind of marketplace. Is your VPN all over the place in terms of sponsorships? Is it using kind of CPA deals or paying people tons of money to recommend their products? Do they have like an overly generous affiliate program, which is kind of skewing bias in the review industry itself? I think shaping the public perception in this way is a little bit manipulative, and at the end of the day, I don't think it's as trustworthy. If a VPN spends so much time on marketing, chances are is that they're not spending as much money in other areas of the product. One of the examples I like to use is when Steve Jobs was talking about Pepsi company.
If you were a product person at IBM or Xerox, so you make a better copy or a better computer. So what? When you have a monopoly market share, the company's not any more successful. So the people that can make the company more successful are sales and marketing people, and they end up running the companies.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of VPNs out there have just completely become marketing companies, trying to get you to buy a product you might not need, or just completely showing so many people the product that probably don't need it, that it's like, at the end of the day, they're just like a marketing company, right? That said, I don't think having an affiliate program or something like that is necessarily a bad thing, as long as it's run correctly with fair commission percentages and it's not overly manipulative in how it attains reviews. I think a lot of VPNs do this the right way. Stuff like WeVPN, TorGuard, OVPN, AirVPN. A lot of VPNs out there have fair commission models. They're not paying for any reviews, and it's a good relationship between people that like the product and want to recommend it, but not necessarily influencing the marketplace in a kind of manipulative way. Next up, you need to look at VPNs that haven't been sold or acquired. I think any VPN that has been sold or acquired immediately kind of has a little bit less trust with the end consumer, and that's because, the management of the company, for some reason, it didn't really want to do the company anymore. Maybe they were in it for money. maybe they had run the company into the ground. There's a lot of reasons why a company could sell, but most of them aren't very good in terms of, privacy and being a long-lasting product that you can trust. Of course, you also want to look for a VPN that doesn't give away any logs, right? This is fundamental and kind of common sense. Some VPNs have given out logs in the past, and this has definitely damaged their reputation in terms of trust. Lastly, we also want to look for a VPN that doesn't use any mobile or that many website trackers. Most VPNs out there do have some kind of tracker on Android and stuff like that, which is concerning. However, my top rated VPNs don't have any trackers on Android, so it's definitely something to look out for as well. Now, if you're wondering which VPNs I trust the most, well, I've made a RVP, or a reputable VPN program, where I've handpicked and asked certain VPN providers if they would be willing to join the program. These VPNs I think are the most trustworthy out of the bunch, primarily because they adhere to these requirements, and if they don't, they will get removed, just like this one. So this is a really good list of trustworthy VPNs. Honestly, I would probably recommend something like TorGuard or WeVPN because they're my top rated VPNs on the channel, as you can see on the tier list. So guys, if you want a trustworthy VPN as close as you could get to 100%, these would be really good options, since they pretty much have all the characteristics of a trustworthy VPN provider, being transparent companies that really do care about making an honest product and not over marketing it, and just being a no log kind of service overall. Anyways guys, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you again very soon.